Good evening and welcome back to another exciting episode and a mysterious episode today of the Myth-Busting Locksmith. Now, for this demonstration, you have to imagine that this is the side wall of a small chest of desk side drawers that has 2 or 3 in, and this lock, which is either a Hayfley if it has a flat surface here and a code like this one, a Techno if this part is slightly raised, or a Ciso if this is smooth with no code. The shell is all the same. Now the idea with these locks is, if this is your drawers, you screw this in this example, to the right hand side, and there'll be 2 small bars sticking out like this, holding effectively the bar in place. It would also be connected to a wider locking mechanism. So with the keys my side, I am the customer, this is screwed into the right hand side of the drawers. As you twist the key, it goes round to the left anti-clockwise and stops at the bottom. This releases the mechanism that goes along here, and the 2 guide pins would be here. So if we effectively hold this here and you twist round, you can see there is a very small space. This drawer is locked. I'm twisting the keys to the left to unlock and to the right to lock. Trust the process. Screwed in. Unlock and the mechanism unlocks. Lock and the mechanism is locked. Now, what I can show you here is there is no way that this key is turning to the right once it is in the up or locked position. There's no way it will do it, and when you unlock, it will not go any further. There is no point forcing it. Now, if this is in the locked position, and you want to move this to the other side, or the left-hand side of the drawers, so that this surface effectively would be this side, if you can use your imagination, this, of course, can't turn this way because it would be hitting the surface here. So it would have to go this way. So if you turn the lock upside down, the lock effectively would be unlocked. You twist the key, you fit the lock so that the wall is this side. This is now locked. You cannot physically twist it to the left. What you have to do is you have to twist it to the right to unlock it. In exactly the same way, if you imagine this is your wall, it's a terrible illustration, but there we are. This is locked, this is unlocked. If you turn it upside down, put it this way, this is locked, this is unlocked. There is no way, this key does not turn all the way around. Now, the mystery is, I was called to a customer who said he had lost his keys and the drawers were locked and there were things inside the lock, a locked drawer. I spent probably an hour every day for a week trying to pick a lock almost identical to this one open, and I could not for the life of me do it. In the end, I had to dismantle the drawers, I had to remove the lock non-destructively, and I had to reassemble the drawers. I took the lock home, I put it in a vise, and I'd always said to myself, it feels like the lock wants to turn, when I'm picking it, it wants to turn clockwise. So for you, it wants to turn to the right, to this way, because you could feel it. You could feel there was movement here, but when you push it that way, it's solid. This way is solid, this way is, there's a lot of movement before I even release it. So I knew that it picked clockwise. Now, the question here is, of course, if this is designed to pick clockwise, if this is in the door, there's no way that this would go here because it was pushing against the wood, and you could not unlock it that way, because that way the wood would be in the way because it would be fitted like this. So my question would be, is how did the customer get the things in a locked drawer to then say he's lost the keys? Because if he lost the keys, how could he lock the drawer? And how could he unlock the drawer? And if he hadn't lost the keys, but in fact never had the keys, how did he get the things in the lock drawer in the first place? Because it wouldn't twist this way. It would have to twist. It would have to twist this way, but the lock was this way round. So when I picked it at home, the lock went this way. But of course it can't go this way because it was this side of the drawers. See, it would hit the wood, so the mechanism wouldn't release because it was deliberately trapped. So there's a mystery. How can a lock on the right hand side of the drawers with the mechanism set up correctly, which would have to correctly be turned anti-clockwise to unlock and clockwise to lock, how could it be in this position where it would need to turn this way to unlock it when the drawer was already locked. And to unlock it, it would have to be this way round. There's your mystery, because I've only just worked out what had gone wrong and why I couldn't pick it. And I was picking it anti-clockwise. I should have picked it clockwise, which I knew all along, but it was physically up against the drawer and it would not allow you to pick it clockwise when it was on this side. Only on this side, and that is why you can turn the lock around like this to fit the right side or the left side. Any ideas? Please let me know, because I'm completely befuddled as to how that lock drawer was locked with things in it, and how he could possibly ever have hoped to unlock it with a key. That's it. It's a short one. It's a fun one. Thanks for watching, and thanks to the 1,000 people who've watched my 15-second silly video on the electric cam turning tool, which was me drilling a lock, noticing the cam was turning. Thanks for watching. Good night.